7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All right, you found us again. It's Wednesday night, John. That could mean only one thing. It's We Be Tailing. I'm Captain Eric Hasty, and this is
John King.
John King. He's excited because he's going to be getting jiggy with it.
My favorite thing to do in the world is getting jiggy with it.
And you picked the color that nobody could see, John.
Oh, that's right, because it's getting jiggy with it.
Woo! And that's a different kind of jig. You like to get jiggy. Well, I guess you get jiggy.
Jigs.
You get jiggy any way you can get jiggy. You like them all.
It's my hyperactive. I got jigs.
You get you like it. You like it.
I get tired, but I like it. It's fun.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna have a good show for you tonight. We got memes sponsored by Bonnie with State Farm. We'll have Spotted by Captain's Corner. As we just stated, we'll be getting jiggy with it. John's going to talk about doing some jigging, whether you're in 30 foot or 100 foot. John don't mind jigging. Done. Yeah, oh yeah. And
doesn't matter how deep it is.
Just doesn't seem like it's something a lot of folks do. So if we introduce,
they should do it.
Yeah, if we introduce you to you, maybe you'll get out there and try it a little bit, and then give it a whirl.
You can be a jigger too.
Be a jigger, I'm a jigger, don't you want to be a jigger too?
Dang right.
I was trying to get the Dr. Pepper song right.
Yep. 10, 4, and 2, baby.
Oh, John,
or 4, 10, 2 or something.
I forgot my little prosthetic.
Oh,
tooth,
great.
so I got how to whistle tonight.
Great.
Got how. Hey, but the good news is, John, that Geico finally settled. They're covering everything.
Everything.
So yeah, so getting everything fixed.
Geico's fixing it.
Starting August.
Can't beat that.
August 1st, because my dentist is Smiles on Citrus, and they're moving down 19. So.
I think it's very odd to have a dentist named Dr. Fang.
Ah, yeah, Dr. Fang.
Dr. Fong,
yeah,
I think is how he pronounces it.
Well,
you go to Dr. Fong?
Mine is Dr. Kim.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. He thinks your tooth are very nice.
It's a lady.
Oh, man, this ain't no fun.
You're wrong on so many levels.
Dang. Well, I'll be danged.
Well, John, let's take a look here. Well, let's see if anybody is even watching us right here. What do you think about that, huh? Take a look. Oh, scroll back up to the top. We got people. All right, there's Jerry is on. Dale's on. Susie Napoli, howdy, howdy. There's Tyler. There's Jeff. He's already listening to some Will Smith.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
There's Bonnie and Doug. Chris, what's happening, buddy?
Now,
Karrie.
That guy's a slapper.
Slap on, slap off?
Yeah, why is he watching that guy? He's a slapper. He's not very nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Will Smith.
Willie.
Yeah, he's a slapper.
Willie's a slapper.
Yeah, he's a slapper.
He shouldn't listen to him anymore. That guy's mean.
He's
Karrie. A bully.
Yep, Karrie with Karrie's Custom Rods. We'll be talking about her
Karrie's
in a little
Custom
bit.
Rods and Jigs.
And Jigs, yeah. She watched you get jiggy with it.
Yep.
Let's see. There's Casey and Brian, Thomas and Cindy, KP Ocala. What's up, peoples, he says. There's Ty and David and Bill. There's Jessica. There's Lou. Denise. Kev Dog's on.
Seen him last night.
We did see Kev Dog. And there's Jim of Jim's Jigs. Man, we got all the sponsors on tonight, John.
I seen Jim today.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got
B-52.
We got some B-52 bombers. That's what I'm talking about.
And then I left him at the shop.
Can't have nothing nice.
Hey, I'm running late and doing all kinds of things.
Can't have nothing
I'm just
nice.
busy.
Yep. You didn't even meet me for dinner tonight.
Nope.
I
didn't have time.
We've always go.
I eat alone.
We always go to the Blackwater. I guess now at 8 o'clock before the show, but I just shot over to the pub that's under new ownership, and they've done a lot in there, cleaning it up and everything.
Yeah, it's
and,
nice. I've eaten there.
Yeah, ate.
Had a pizza there. That was good.
Had a nice little. What did I have? Like a French dip sandwich. It was good. All by myself,
All alone.
All by myself. It was hard.
All alone.
Yeah, I like to talk to people.
Poor waitress.
Sit there all by myself. Just
Look, lady, ain't got no tooth.
And I didn't.
And she's like, "How you gonna eat that soup with no tooth?"
I left my tooth at the house. Can't have nothing nice, John. Just can't do it.
Look, lady, no teeth.
There's Thomas just come on, so there we go. So we got some folks watching, John.
Well,
they're excited. They want to see you get jiggy
a crash
with it.
course in jigging.
Yeah.
And once they go out there and actually do it, they're gonna buy a jigging rod, a jigging reel, jigging line, and jigs.
I think there's probably more people got jigging rods than
they do actually know what they're doing with it.
But they don't realize
what they're used for.
Yeah, I mean they're just using it because it's a nice, strong, lightweight, rod. But it's made the jiggy. All right, John, well, let's get into it here. Blackwater Fishing Club, they had the meeting last Thursday. I unfortunately was not able to make it, but I heard they had an FWC officer there, Mr. Fox, and he took some good questions. And
Isn't that the guy that racked us up some tickets, I think?
No, I've never gotten a ticket from him.
Oh.
I don't know.
Where's
my wood? I haven't gotten any tickets from these guys. I did have.
I always get out of it.
I did have one warning on one of those hogfish that shrunk on the ice.
I got a warning once.
He was so close.
Yeah. I got a warning once or twice.
But yeah, so the meeting went off real well from what I was told. Lots of good information and some questions were answered. So he did a good job. Now they didn't have the tournament on Saturday because one of the members had passed away, Ralph, and they had like a little memorial thing for him on Saturday. So there was no tournament, so no Blackwater Fishing Club fishing winners this go round. But
Ralph was a good guy.
Yeah, Ralph was a good guy.
He sure was.
He'll be missed. Man, just interesting to hear his stories. He had years and years and years of good stories. So Ralph will be missed. But John, we do have a captain's corner.
Who dat?
If you had to guess,
I'm going with Jessica.
there you go.
Yeah.
So, Jessica did send us a captain's
she fishes
corner.
during the week and catches fish.
Or wants to fish during the week. Either way, I think I saw one of her posts said, wish I was fishing or something this past week.
Well, that's no good.
Something to that effect.
That's no good.
Yep. So
it's only good when you're fishing.
That's right. But so we've got a captain's corner. Let's take a look at that here. See if we get a good fishing report from Jessica. Here we go.
Okay. Jessica, Captain's Corner, fishing in new territory, more by Mason Creek area. Using a Little John. 26-inch snook, not bad, tight lines.
All right, good job there. And I tell you what, I saw there was quite a few snook caught this week, John.
We've got another influx of snook.
Yep.
They went offshore. They came back in. Now they're back to catch them again.
We caught 3 on yesterday's trip. Now they weren't big, but we caught 3.
They're out there. The big ones are out there too.
And it was fun. I think we did have a good one on, but the gentleman couldn't get to the rod in enough time, and I think he got up in the mangrove and he broke off.
Oh yeah, that happens. I hate when that happens.
It'll happen, but it hurts. It hurts my feelings, John.
It hurts my feelings bad, bad.
Because it could have made a really nice picture.
I don't like losing fish.
No,
it's very upsetting.
It does.
It's very uncalming, unnerving.
That one feeling that I have, John, and it hurts it.
Yeah, Eric's only feeling
that one feeling. All right, John. We've been told to not give up our day jobs.
Well, that guy can out.
I think he's referring to our singing.
My singing is spectacular. Obviously, Bill can't hear good. That's the problem. It's not my tone; it's his tone.
Maybe it was me over you.
Yeah,
because I know that I can't.
Yeah,
sing.
he was talking about you. Well, couldn't have been talking about me. I have the voice of an angel. All the angels up there are going,
Yeah,
God.
I'm trying to think of
Help
that song.
me, God.
What is it? How do you talk to an angel? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
That's
song?
country, though, bro.
No.
How do you know that?
No, that's not country.
From the lips of an angel?
Not
Oh,
from
no,
the lips
you're
of an
right.
angel.
That's
That's
not country
Nickelback
either.
or whatever.
Yeah,
or
that's
something, but
that's a guy.
But how do you
yeah.
talk to an angel? That's
How do you talk to an angel? I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's a good little. It's not a country song, but you know, if I could get it right in my head right
Bill
now.
says, "What y'all talking about?"
what? And let's see, Ashley's on now, and Jessica's at work, but
Maybe
she's
he just
listening
said
now.
we sucked at the whole dang deal on our don't quit our day jobs and do this full time.
Could you imagine doing this every day?
We would run people away.
Run away, run away, run away.
Run away, far,
Run,
far
run
away.
Run,
Oh.
run away. That's good stuff.
Oh,
All right,
Good stuff.
John. So we got an invitation from friends / sponsors of the show. Rich with his wife Karrie of Karrie's Custom Rods. We got invited to do a little offshore fishing on Friday.
yeah.
And we took them up on the offer. And we went fishing. And we'll talk about the trip as far as the fishing goes here in a little bit, which was interesting. And we'll get into that here a little bit. But on the way in, we had something pretty interesting happen to us. I was chilling, just fell asleep and trying to enjoy the long ride back in. And all of a sudden the boat comes to a stop. And there's excitement on the boat. So why don't you tell them, because you initially saw what happened. I was shaking the boogers out of my eyes at this point.
So, me and Rich were sitting there with the autopilot on, and Rich goes, "Hammerhead!" I was like, not another shark. We had seen so many sharks, it was pathetic.
Lots of
We didn't want to see any more sharks. He's like, "That's the biggest hammerhead I've ever seen in my life." So he turns the boat around, and lo and behold, it's a whale shark.
Not a hammerhead.
Not a hammerhead. That thing was 25 to 30 foot long and huge. Huge. So as I'm looking at the beauty of this shark, Eric's back there going like this, waking up. And Karrie's waking up. And Angelina's waking up. And they all look in the water, and Eric goes, "There's 50 cobia around this thing." And I'm like still in amazement at the awe of the shark. And Eric's like, "Get the poles, get the jigs, get something, get something." I'd already caught 6 cobia that day. I didn't care about the cobia. I just wanted to jump in the water and swim with the whale shark. Problem is after all the sharks I saw that day, I jump in the water with a whale shark, and there's 50 cobia up with a whale shark underneath there about 20 foot down. It's probably another predator going, if anything gets out of line up there, I'm going to eat it. And I thought John would be out of line in that deal. So I was like, should I? Should I not? Don't know the current, how fast I'm going to be pushed away from this shark out there. That far out, the current's a lot stronger. I don't want to die today. So I was like, I'll just film it. But that was the coolest. I have wanted my whole life to see a whale shark, and I've been on several trips out there since I was young. 45 years I've been out there, and I've never seen a whale shark. This is a first for us, and it was very cool.
So I have seen plenty of whale sharks. I just had not seen any in this area. So one, that was cool. It was very cool. But two, I was more excited about
you wanted
all
cobia.
of those cobia. And I immediately looked up, saw what was in the rod holders there, and there was a rod that had a jig on it, something very similar to that guy right there. Except I think the one I had was a little more chartreuse, but that's
yours was yellow.
bucktail jig from Karrie's Custom Rods right there. She made those, so I tossed out, and decent sized cobia, grabbed it. I mean, right off the bat, and we got him in the boat. And as we got him unhooked, I was like, "All right, measure him," So and then I went back to fishing, Well, come to find out, that one was only 35
Yeah,
to the fork.
he was probably 45 inches long and 35 to the fork. So, how about that?
Offshore, they got to be 36.
Yep. And we didn't even take a photo of that fish.
No,
That fish eluded filming the whole 9 yards because you hooked up on Kong Dong.
Well, yeah. So shortly after that, Rich is up in the tower,
Yeah.
and he's looking down. He's like, "There's a good one down there. There's a good one down there." So I kind of got up, standing up on the front of the boat, and looked down, and I identified it and kind of got it out in front of it, and he ate.
Yeah.
So then we commenced to catching.
So we were sight casting cobia, and
Off
we could
of
have
the whale shark.
taken.
Yeah.
We could have limited out, but why? There's no reason to. I mean, those cobia would have ate. We could have followed them around till we got every 40-pound cobia off that fish's back, but there's no reason to do that. We already had one in the boat, and that was number 2. That was good enough.
We ended up with 2 keepers
Yep.
that day. But yeah, so in the heat of all of this, we had different phones filming, in different formats and everything else, but we took the time and kind of put it all together real quick, and we made a little video of it, and it is up on YouTube on the We Be Tailing page. But if you haven't got to see it, we're going to play that video for you here. And we ask that if you do like this video, get on the We Be Tailing page, share it, like it, do all the things that would help it get out, because
it's amazing.
It's got pretty good views already, but we'd like to see it get up there a little bit. So here it is. John and I fishing with Rich and Karrie, and just having a good time. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready to play? Here we
I
go.
want to see it.
Let's see. Here we go.
So glad that Rich invited us fishing today.
There you go. There he is.
Look
All right,
at that,
come
guys.
on.
Here comes one cobia.
That's a remora
There's a
right there, little
remora.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah. That's
Oh, I had a bite.
Yeah, John, you're engulfed with cobia right
Yep,
here. I don't
yep.
know that you could see those, but
But
there's
that's a pretty good size one there, Eric.
like I said, these cobia are all right here off of this whale shark. God, that whale shark is fantastic,
That's
John.
fantastic, bro.
Like I said, I hope the
hope the
camera is
video
picking it up.
comes up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's doing it some justice here. But John, that shark has oh wow, look at that. That is
That
beautiful.
is so beautiful, bro.
He's got several remoras on him.
Several cobia.
He's got cobia all around him.
Out the yang. This is insane.
What a beautiful, beautiful animal, John.
This is insane.
I can't believe you're not hooking up on the cobia.
They're not. They're just swimming around it now. They're not.
I think. Wow, he is huge. Oh, he's going down.
All right, so guys, we got Eric hooked up here. What you got, Eric?
Got me a pretty good sized cobia on here.
About a 45.
Come right off of that.
We've
whale
got a
shark
we've
right
got a
there.
whale shark over here, guys. That's we were cruising out here, and that's the whale shark right there. There was about 30 or 40 cobia on this whale shark, and Eric's got a big cobia on. That's the whale shark up there. That cobia is going with the whale shark, so it's going to be a while before he gets tired.
This is not things you see on a regular basis.
Yep.
Right here, John.
No, this is amazing.
And that's about a 20-foot whale shark
Yep.
up there ahead of the boat. And this is a good size cobia on right here.
That's a big cobia.
Yeah, this was the biggest one that was in the...
That's the biggest one of the batch.
Did you get a shot of the one in the back that I just caught?
He was short? Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
that's okay. We want this one. We don't care about that one. You've got the one.
I'm gonna go ahead and get in the boat.
Yeah.
We grabbed the only rods that had a jig. It's fighting this with a pen slammer and a star rod, it looks like right here, John.
Nice.
Generally, not my cup of tea, but so far it's doing all right.
So far, it's doing all right. That 20-pound fluorocarbon, you better hope it holds. There he is, Eric. I can see him. You are making headway, buddy.
He's a big one.
Yeah, he's a good fish. How'd you hook a shark? That's shark humor, boys. That's shark humor. That's a nice one there, boys. That's a nice one. Look at here. Look at here, guys. That ain't no joke right there, boy.
40, 50 pounds.
That ain't no joke fish, guys. That's a big cobia. Stick that son of a bitch. All right, guys, we got the one.
Woo!
That is a solid stud of a cobia. Eric, what about that, buddy? Huh?
what I'm talking
Who
about.
sees
That's a big
who
one,
sees
man.
who sees a freaking whale shark and 30 cobia on it but us?
All right. Well, how about that there? That was pretty neat. Like I said, that was a cool experience that,
Once in a lifetime deal.
yeah, I mean, like I said, that is something that you don't get to see hardly, you know, some people would go through their whole life and not see anything
Remotely close.
close to that. But that was a neat experience. And like I said, I wish we could have had
Better
something
equipment.
Uh,
better at the time than just our phones. Because again, if we had all the camera stuff set up, that never would have happened.
Never would have happened.
So phones was about all we could do to make that you know, work out, and you know, it was pretty cool. We enjoyed that, you know. So yep. So it's been pointed out to several occasions that, you know, Eric was using a pen. Well, Eric grabbed what had a jig on it at the time. Eric does not usually use pens. It's almost become a running joke.
It is a joke now.
It
Eric
is,
with
it
a
is.
pen.
Eric, for the most part, is a Shimano guy. You know, that's I do have a couple of Daiwa BGs and the MQs or whatever.
But
in
you
the
ain't
mix
got
right
no
there.
pens.
But I do not have any pens that I fish with anymore. Anyway, I think I do have some old spin fishers still up in the rafters. You know, if I know I've got some people that have never fished like that before, maybe you get them warmed up on those before you give them the goods. You know.
Here, take this pen.
So there you go. So again, if you like the content, you like everything we're doing, all we'd ask is make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Hit the like button on the videos, because all that does help, and it gets it out and it spreads it out. And if we can get the show to be more than just locally based here, that's even better. We know we got people that come here, see the show, and take it and watch it, you know, up north and out west and everything, and that's great. But yeah, that's we'd like to see the show grow.
We want this show played in Oklahoma, where there's
Yeah.
good salt. Flats.
Yep, there you go. Jerry, you are correct. Some underwater footage of that would have been awesome.
I
Yeah.
wanted to swim with it, but like I said, I was scared to get in that water. I had just seen too many sharks.
Well, and again, we'll talk about that trip here in a little bit when we get to trips. But I mean, we had our fill of sharks that day.
Yes.
I mean,
way too many.
Anybody that tells you we've got a shark shortage is lying.
They're liars. You can't tell me on any shark special TV show it's saved the shark. Wrong.
No, that's
they don't have anybody fishing for them. They don't have any predators. We don't have orcas over here attacking them. We have sharks and no predator.
No.
And they're bad.
Bad. John, let's keep on moving here. Let's get into the belt right here. So, the belt. We got a new belt fish. We opted to go junk fish this go round. The fish this month was the ladyfish.
The ladyfish. Should be easy to catch one of those.
You would think.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're trying to catch something, then they won't bite. That's the way that works. You go tarpon fishing, you catch a ladyfish. You go ladyfish fishing, you catch a tarpon. See, that's the way that works.
No, well, before we get too into it, let's look at our current winner right here. We got Andrea with the grouper, which grouper was the fish last month. So there she is. She caught a nice 29 3/8 inch grouper, putting her in for the championship belt for last month. So that's pretty awesome right there.
We caught 3 ladyfish this weekend.
Yeah, but we don't count.
I know, but we did though. I just had to think it up.
Oh no, there's ladyfish out there.
We caught them.
Yeah, we caught some ladyfish as well.
Yeah, they bite well.
But people, I'm sure, caught ladyfish and maybe forgot. Yeah, forgot that it was ladyfish.
That's right.
You know,
They
because
were
we
like,
had
oh my gosh, what a trophy!
No participation.
We need to take a picture of this poopy fish. Maybe that scared them.
So again, ladyfish. Take a picture, you holding it, and then a picture of it on a stick so we can see what size it is, and then send those to CaptainEricHasty@gmail.com or Shasty McNasty Fishing on Facebook, or you could text it at 352-220-3206.
Oh, Tyler's ladyfish fell off the hook.
Well, they will do that.
They do that. Tyler should have been more handy with the stick.
You get that Jim's jig with the V-lock, it'll fix that.
They'll fix that, yep.
Speaking of which, I hooked myself again. Yeah, unhooking a jack on Sunday's trip, I think, and it.
Yeah. Casey
I heard it pop when it went in. I was like,
Did you see what happened to Panoni?
Oh, Mrs. Yeah, she went for them young kid stuff, getting a little piercing action. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
In the face.
Make you wonder what she was doing to catch a circle hook.
In the face.
In her lip.
In the face.
I mean, right there in the corner of the mouth where they're supposed to get you.
She said everything is all as well, though. Yep.
Yep.
She now has a piercing of a diamond right there. Covers the hole up perfectly. She now has a diamond.
Shine like a diamond. Casey said he caught everything last week except the ladyfish.
He got a boat. He says you got a boat lift them from 10 yards away. That's when they poop on your boat because they go flying and then they land.
There you go.
And they poop.
Yep. All right, John. So that's the belt. Get us some pictures. Like I said, ladyfish.
Simple.
Should be easy.
Should be easy.
We did a fish that everybody should be able to get right now. Yep. There you go. All right. So, John, let's move into, let's talk about Bonnie right here with State Farm. If you haven't got your insurance quote from Bonnie yet, give her a call. Oh, yeah. Give her a call at 352-484-0905 and see if Bonnie can save you some money.
She's running a special right now.
Is she?
Yeah, call her and she'll try to save you money. That's a special every time you call her.
That's the special.
That's a special. If you save money, that's a special.
It is.
No matter what.
Yeah. And like John says, she likes to be called 24 hours a day.
Yeah, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She'll answer the phone. Or she'll put it off on her son.
We are being facetious.
Yes, we are.
She's
Don't
pretty
call
much
her.
Not 9 to 5.
Normal hours.
So, John, Bonnie is sponsoring.
She's going to forward the phone calls to me. I'll be like, hello, State Farm, how can I help you?
Bonnie is sponsoring the meme contest this go around, and she has donated the old check-it stick here. Now, I think this became a running joke off of Meme 1 already.
That's a legality.
Yeah, right there. And not only do you got that, you got a set of Danco knives right here. So, you know, that's pretty cool. It's a nice little
That's
package.
a great package deal
for
there.
just-
Just to send it a meme.
Just send in a meme. Now, again, we want these memes to be memes you've either created or memes that you found and you altered to make them your own. We did have one meme sent in to us that after doing a little research, that meme, you could find it anywhere. So
Those don't count.
we did not count that one, so you won't get to see that one here tonight. But John, let's give everybody a flashback of last week's meme number 1 right here.
No!
No! So when you long arm it to make it look bigger. So that's meme number 1.
That's a bad
everybody.
meme. Horrible.
Number 1.
I can't believe somebody photoshopped me like that.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
When they're good, they're good.
They're
But-
good photoshoppers out there.
But this one was photoshopped, not near as good as that one. No, yeah, and this one came in on the fly.
This
yeah.
is a bad photoshopper.
So this is meme number 2.
Oh no!
Small bait, small fish.
That's a 40-foot diver. That is
There
a
we go.
big bait. That is a 14-inch long, pardon my French, lure.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that was meme number 2, guys. Meme number 2. Here is meme number 3. Ring, hello, hey baby, I'm still at Lowe's, be home soon. So I think what we've got right there is they must have been hanging out at Captain's Cove for a little bit. 'Cause
they're lying.
There's a Daiwa box and a Captain's Cove hat right there.
That
and,
a lying meme? No. Who would do such a thing?
so there again, ring,
A
hello.
lying meme.
Hey baby, I'm still at Lowe's, be home
Kinda
soon.
funny. That's
so there you
good.
go.
Somebody used their head on that one. I kind of like it.
There you go.
I
So
like that one.
meme number 3.
That's funny.
I think you like anything better
Anything
than
but
meme
the
1 and
naked
2.
John. What the heck is? Who got a photo of me naked? I'm trying to figure this out.
There
Who
you go.
does these things?
And last but not least, right here, meme number 4 this week. Here we go. Babe, just one more cast. How many times have we
How
heard
many
that?
times have we heard that? Just one
more cast. There we go. So
One more cast.
So you've got 4 memes right now to vote on. 4. So when the video's over, John,
Go back.
go back to We Be Tailing, find this video, and then in the comments, click meme 1, meme 2, meme 3, meme 4, whichever meme that you like, you know, just click the meme and the number, and that counts as a vote, John.
Yep.
It's easy
That's
peasy. Yep. And then the end of the month, we'll total up the totals. And
Hopefully
we'll
I
see.
don't win. It's the one time I don't want to win.
Well, neither one of these are yours.
I don't care.
They involve.
I don't
you.
care who made them. They shouldn't win. Here's your free jig. Get jiggy with it.
Get jiggy. There we go. So again, big shout out to Bonnie. Thanks so much for what you do and donating the prizes for that. That is awesome. All right, John. Moving right along right here. Hey, John, it's time to play Salt Life commercial. Here
Nice.
we go. Here's one of our sponsors, Salt Life. All right, there we go. Good deal. So, John, it's time to give away the old Salt Life code right here for 20% off your next order. Now, was it last week we talked about all the horrible things happening? Yeah, because last week my computer blew up.
Yes.
Yeah, so had issues with the computer. We have since sent it off to HP, so hopefully HP's going to get it fixed.
They're going to fix it for you?
I hope so.
That's a lot of
I hope
money.
So Well, it is, and like I said, a computer's not 6 months old. I'm not even done paying for it yet, John. You know? So hopefully they get it fixed and get it back to me here pretty soon. So.
Hopefully they know what they're doing.
But normally we have the little picture and everything up, but we're going vocal. This is just audio right here, so be prepared to read or listen and write it down, I guess. So this is a one-time use only. The first person that puts it in and uses it gets to use it. After that, it's dead. So here we go. It is CC20AYBE3X.
Triple X.
There we go. So CC20AYBE3X. That is for 20% off saltlife.com. Just go ahead and put that in and you'll get 20% off your order. Easy peasy. It doesn't get any easier than that, John.
Simple.
It is. And look, our newest subscriber, Ashley, thank you for subscribing. We appreciate that. She's on the screen right there.
How come he didn't do a super grouper across the board?
Because subscribers don't get super groupers. They get their name flash up, up there. But she subscribed before the show started. Mm-hmm. We get the golden grouper when somebody tips. That's when you get the flashy.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that the subscriber didn't do that. Gotcha.
All right, John. So moving right along, we're going to talk about trips right here a little bit. So I think Thursday started off, John, for me right there with one of them good old scalloping trips right there. Had a nice little family, little group right there. Got them out scalloping, and we had a good time. They got some scallops, and then we brought them back in and took them up into Three Sisters, and they were like, wow, that is cold.
You know what's funny is you go from 90 degrees to 70 degrees.
So that, they were like, okay, maybe next time, we'll forget about this part.
We'll opt out of the springs.
Because that 72-degree water isn't for everybody, John.
Oh, man. Did they see any mansies?
I don't know. I stayed with the boat.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Stacy was my swimmer, so she swam. Yeah, she swam
an underwater guide.
Yep. So I stayed with the boat. So, but they had a good time. And then, John, like I said, we caught that invite on Friday, and we got to go with Rich and Karrie and Angelina, and we went out, and we got on some really awesome fish. We got on, Angelina got some really big lanes, a couple of vermilions. We caught some red snapper. Not as big as we would have liked to have had, but the ones that we had, we got up. Triggerfish, just a plethora of different things.
We caught 20 species of fish.
I mean, we got into some dolphin. Yep. We got
3 kinds of porgies.
Yeah, the champagne, the blue and the pink,
and the pink porgies.
That was neat.
So 3 kinds of porgies.
You got into the cobia before we got onto the whale shark, so that was cool.
But the sharks, man, Eric, me and Rich would hook up with a fine fish, be getting it off the bottom, reeling as fast as we can, and 5 sharks would attack it.
So
there'd be nothing left.
I think at one time you looked over the side, and I think there was 6.
6 sharks.
6 that you counted. They were very large.
They were all 7, 8, 9 foot long.
Essentially, the reason, I mean, we just went into overdrive. As soon as you would hook up, you just tried to reel as fast as you possibly could and get those up. So we were able to get up the 16 to 18 inch red snapper, and happy to have them, but the ones that gave you any fight and you couldn't get up in a hurry,
it's over.
They were shark bait, and they were toast. And,
they were toast.
It was horrible.
We lost 45 fish.
And that was over the course of several different spots that we hit up. I mean, those sharks are out there.
So the sharks didn't even get full. There was way more down there than we thought because they never got full. They kept eating. You had to leave, go to the next spot. Same thing happened again. It just was, they didn't give us any room to catch a fish.
Nope.
They left the cobia alone. They left the mangroves alone. That we know of. I mean, we may have had a monster mangrove on and he ate it, but it had to be a big fish because they were only eating the big fish.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
any gags we hooked, any red grouper we hooked, any big red snapper we hooked, they all got ate.
We went through some tackle.
Yeah.
And
They
how
took
many
my jigs.
I was gonna say, how many jigs did you lose?
They took my jigs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just man. Why
So-
do I do that?
So here's the thing. Fishing offshore, I mean, it was a great fishing
Oh,
day.
it was
I mean, we
spectacular.
hooked into wonderful fish. We saw awesome things, but the ones that we wanted, we weren't able to get up quick enough, and they turned
Yeah.
into shark bait. And
And it's sad to feed those sharks all those beautiful fish.
it was.
It made me feel horrible.
That one feeling, John, was
Yep.
hurt yet again.
Yep. Hurt, pain again.
Oh lordy! But then you moved on to we call this your anniversary trip, I guess.
Yep.
You know, so you and Missy have been together about 2 years now, and
Yep.
so these were the pictures that I was able to show because there's another shot of you where you were breaking some rules again, and then
I
you
did
were
it
even
again?
doing a hand gesture that just really between the nakedness and the hand gesture, we just couldn't put it.
Oh yeah. We can't do that. Yeah. No, but I wasn't naked. I had my clothes on.
Yeah, well, shorts maybe.
But still, yeah, I was breaking rules again. I was hot.
You were breaking
I
rules
was hot.
again.
I was hot.
No, but that was how many years have you been married?
34.
That's longer than some of our viewers, John. Or older, or yeah, like
It's a long
yeah.
time.
I'm not far behind you. I'm at 30 or 31, something like that.
That's a lot.
It's a long time.
That's a long time.
But I had most of my teeth for most of it.
You had your teeth in that. Tell her to quit punching you.
Yeah, she's so mean.
So mean. They get grouchy after 30.
Yeah.
They get mean after 30.
And then we had a little trip, I think on Sunday. This was the trip where the Jim's jig got
right in
planted
my
into
finger.
my palm again there. But we got into some, I think we caught some short reds. We got some nice trout, caught some mangroves. It was a little mixture trip, lots of jacks. Fun trip, nothing spectacular, no giant pools, but it was a fun trip. Then went out yesterday, John, and we did get on some nice redfish. Got on some. Actually, we caught some snook, and got some nice keeper mangroves. So they got a nice bag to go home to the house with there. So
Some sandwiches.
not a bad little week of scalloping and fishing and having a good time. So kind of repeating the process again. I got
that heat's
scallops
tough.
tomorrow. Yeah,
that heat is
fishing on
tough.
Friday and Saturday, and then I'm heading back offshore on Sunday. So
Nice.
I'm hoping that's going to be fun. Maybe we can do something with these sharks. I don't know.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
All right, John. So let's talk about Nature Coast PM for 1 second here. Property management right here in the Inglis area, covering Inglis to the Crystal River, whatever you need. They do it from the roof to the sewer systems, I think they say. They do lawn service, all kind of good stuff. Here's a little example of what they do. They do some decking, they do some interior, some nice island work right there. So they kind of do it all, John.
They do a little bit of everything.
They do everything. All
One
right.
stop call.
There you go. All right, John. Get into Spotted By right here. Then we'll let you get jiggy with it because I know you're chomping at the bit for that.
Oh, yeah.
So look at what we found right there. We found Jasmine. She's been to a couple of our, not spring flings, the shindigs. There we go.
Nice.
So she got onto a nice big ugly right there. That was a neat picture right there. We spotted Kirsten and Andrew right there together. When you get two Tailors in the same
Didn't they just
picture,
have an anniversary too, or her birthday or something?
it was one of those
Something.
anniversary,
Yeah,
birthday,
birthday,
something. But it was something.
Yeah,
I
they had
know it was
something.
something. Yep. And then look, there's our Tyler right there with one of them
Look at that guy.
purdy redfish
Yep,
right
that's a
there.
nice one.
It is.
It's
It
a big
is.
fish
There
for
we
our
go.
area, no doubt.
Yeah, so there we go. So we spotted some nice fish, John, and some nice people holding them. You gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read these comments here real quick, see what they say. What about that Shark Bands device? I don't know if we could drop that down and catch a fish, though.
I don't know. Does that work for catching fish?
I don't know.
Or does
but
that scare them away?
I would, if I ever had to get in the water out there, I would definitely at least want something like that.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Oh man,
You know,
minimum.
'cause-
I don't even know that I would even get down there with those. Those fish, those sharks are too fast. You shoot a fish down there and put blood in the water, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, so from the time you set the hook, you didn't get 2 cranks on the reel,
And they had 'em.
before it was, you know, and it was gone.
We had no
you know?
chance.
So I could imagine
Yeah.
what that would do to you down
Oh
there.
yeah, one bite, it's over. You're not not gonna get. You're not gonna live.
Not nice.
Not nice. No.
Not nice.
5 or 6 or more. Those things were hunting in packs too. They were all attacking our fish. They were swarming that fish, and it was just nibbled down to nothing in seconds. Seconds.
All right, John, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. John's gonna get jiggy with it. So, like I said, this is something that John really enjoys doing. He can do it for long periods of time. I will do it for short periods of time, catch 1 or 2 fish like it, then I'm dropping back to the bottom with a bait, or I'm going to free line, or I'm going to do something because I'm lazy.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it.
It's just it is a lot of work, but
It's a lot of work.
It does generate a fish bite, especially when there's not much else like going on. You know, you could kind of
I was out hitting
do
y'all when y'all had bait on, and I was jigging. I was getting a bite every drop.
Well, you were getting to the bottom way faster than we were.
Oh, is that what you're calling it?
Sure.
That's what they always try to say. There's always, oh, my bait works better. Well, wrong answer.
Not necessarily.
I've outfished people jigging many times with live baits and dead baits. So this is something you need to look into. Have one rod on the boat, maybe just, pass it around, take turns with it or whatever. But I only brought the smaller stuff. I could have brought the big stuff, but I've got plenty of rods and reels. So I opted today to bring the Maxells that I have. This is a Maxell, and this is a sporty little reel. He's a small guy, very lightweight. This rod is a Slim Wave by Tsunami. There's other jigging rods out there. I have plenty at the house. Mostly I use Shimano, but these are my old school jigging rods. This rod right here, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll try to bag it out, but I'm going to show you. This is a slow pitch variation. A lot of people, this is new. It's not new. It's been around for a long time, but people are just now picking up on it.
Golden grouper!
So if you can see this, look at the bend. I'm pulling on this rod. You see how thin it is? And look at the bend. It's not breaking. It's amazing that you can do this with a rod and not have it break. I have landed on this rod right here, believe it or not, 60-pound amberjack. A lot of people could say no way, but I have. Now, jigging.
You missed it in your speech there, but we had the little golden
I saw it.
grouper.
I saw it. So, this is one of the finest jigs ever made. This guy made these back in the day. This is a 3.5-inch jig, if you can see this. I've just got one hook on it. Usually there's 2 assist hooks on here, but I use one on this one right here. This jig will work in 40 foot, 50 foot, 60 foot, all the way up to 100 foot. When you tie your jig on, you go from braid to fluorocarbon, if you guys can see that right there. I've got the knot tied together. It's a loop knot together. And then I come down with, I use heavier line than this. I've just got light line on here now. And then I tie. Now, when you tie on your jig, you'll see that there's a hole here. There's a hole here. There's a hole here, and then there's a split ring. You tie to that split ring. You don't tie to any of these 3 other holes. That's a mistake some people make. But this split ring right here is the same thing as any other thing you're going to tie directly to that split ring. So you just put it through there and make your knot. It's a very simple, easy thing. You just go like this, make your 2 lines together and just go through the cradle of the hole 7 times, and then you've got your knot. Voila. It's a very simple knot, and it's easy to tie. You just pull it together like that, boom, voila, you're done.
So that's your
and then
knot.
then you just slip it right there. So that's what your jig looks like when it's tied up. Now, I tied a regular jig to a slow pitch rod. Slow pitch is a little bit deeper. This is a slow pitch jig that I have right here. This is a Shimano. Now this jig, as you can see, has 3 holes again, but you want to tie to this split ring right here. That's the one you tie to because that's your heaviest, dutiest part of your thing. If you tie it to this right here, it'll end up breaking off. You might catch a fish or two before it does, but eventually it's going to pull it. But this has 2 keeper hooks on it. This lure right here really does a swooping motion.
Much
when
more
you,
of a flutter.
Yeah, when you drop this butterfly jig to the bottom, you only have to pull up and let it go back down. Pull up and let it go back down. These speed jigs, when I'm fishing with these, I take, and I'm going to make a motion here for the camera. So I do this real quick with my arm, and I have my hand on the reel itself. So I'm boom, boom, and I'll reel, boom, reel, boom. So that's what I do with that, reel and jig. And I can do a long sweeping motion or a short sweeping motion. Just depends on what the fish, however the fish want to eat. I wish there was a better way for me to show you how to use this, but it's all in a rhythm. You develop a rhythm with yourself, and it's amazing how quickly you can learn what the fish, how the fish are biting. If you get that rhythm down, and the fish bite quick, you'll learn that that's an easy way to do it. Now, I also use...
Now, John, let me ask you this. When you're doing all this motion and reeling, are you bringing it all the way back up to the top, or are you trying to keep that jig in a certain depth range and let it go back down? What are you trying to do?
With the electronics that we have now, you can spot the fish and how far they're up off the bottom. If you pull up on a spot and red snapper 20, 30 feet off the bottom, you'll want to pull that jig up 20 or 30 feet off the bottom. Drop it back down to the bottom and repeat, not all the way to the top. If you're fishing for amberjack, you'll want to pull this jig all the way to the top because the amberjack, they follow it all the way up and they'll eat it on top. And there's nothing like an explosive hit on a jig 5 foot away from your face. He slams it and just takes off drag. If you're fishing for a grouper, of course, on the bottom, you can pull it up 5 feet, stop, redo it again. That way you're not wearing yourself out, reeling it all the way to the top, dropping it down to the bottom. Especially you're fishing 250 foot of water, you're gonna wear yourself out pretty quick. And I do it. I did it with the boys. I went on a trip. I tied on a jig. I tied on an alien jig and gave my wife an alien jig. And then we had spinning rods. And this is something like what I'll use jigging with a spinning rod. And this is a custom made rod for the Keys here. Big eyelets on it, and they're short. Most jigging rods don't stand bigger than 6 foot tall. They're not a real long rod. They're a short rod, compact, lightweight, heavy duty, 50 to 200 pound range. This one here is 80 to 100. This is a 20 to 40, the white one is, and then I've got a little bit bigger one here, which is a Maxell. This is a forged reel, forged 10. This one's actually made by Tsunami. This is a Maxell Platinum rod. It's a 30 to 40 pound class rod with a 30 to 40 pound class reel. I've got 30 pound braid on here. I can drop it to however deep I want to drop it, and I do the same thing. It's a quick motion like that, jerk, reel, jerk, reel, jerk. It's all in the same motion. Then when you get hit, the drag just starts going. You fight your fish normal, put your little heat on him, and bring him up. The Japanese have really mastered the art of jigging. They did it a lot. We've done it a lot over here. We're getting a lot better now at doing it. But it's been around for 70, 80 years. I mean, it's not new. It's just that we have the rods and the reels and the braided line more capable of using this type of jig now. Just we have the better material now to use it. Like, I mean, these jigs are amazing. This is an 8-ounce jig. It'll make it to the bottom in no time. If there's current, I can move up to a 14-ounce one. I've got some that are that big at the house. I know y'all have never seen a jig like that. These were made by a company that's no longer making lures. I've got one new in the package. It's probably worth some money, but then you've got your diamond type jig, which a lot of people use, that just has the diamond marks on it, and these will catch just about everything. But so while I was fishing, and after I had lost my 2 steel jigs, Karrie says, well, why don't you break out one of my jigs? And this was on our second stop, and I hadn't really landed anything on my steel jig because everything I had hooked, the sharks ate. So I lost my jigs. So Karrie's like, well, here, try this. So I put this on there, and my first drop, I catch a 45-inch cobia that was 37 inches to the fork. Boom, he goes in the box. That was my first drop. Shark didn't get him. So I ended up catching 6 cobia after that. They weren't all keepers. They were smaller, but her jig accounted for 7 cobia that she made this custom jig, and that jig is also what Eric caught. His was chartreuse, caught that big 50-pound cobia on. So Karrie's custom jigs, I don't know if she's ready for some orders, but she hand ties these, and you can get those from her. Just message Karrie Serafini, and she'll make these jigs for you. They've got tremendously good hooks on them. You're not going to lose the fish like Eric was fighting that big cobia. It didn't have a problem with the hook. Grouper will eat these, but this is a cobia jig. This is what cobia love. Other species will eat it, but hit her up, because this is, you have other jigs that just have this and they're kind of straight like that. They're not as good as this. This has the flash of a bunch of bait together. It's got the look of the worm, which the cobia love. It's got the right size head. She does, I think, 2, 3, 4 ounce, 6 ounce heads, so you can get different flavors from her, different colors. Select the colors. She'll probably tie them up for you. But if she's ready to tie some jigs, you need to get your orders in, because she handed it to me and I caught 6 cobia. So it's kind of hard not to be a fan of somebody that gives you something and says, here, catch a fish with this, and boom, it's on. First drop. First drop. Didn't even know there were cobia down there. And I come up with a big cobia. So
it was funny with the cobia that I had caught. She's like, get a picture of that with my jig in its mouth. Yes, we will do that.
So, but they make several kinds of jigs. I mean, Shimano makes them. There's other jig companies out there that make them. You can get online and order them. I prefer the 2-hook, because you've got a chance at 2 hooks hitting in the fish's mouth instead of 1. Sometimes the one will get hooked in the head, one will get hooked in their mouth, and if you happen to pull one of the hooks, it'll still stay on the other hook. It works better, yes, in deeper water, but I'm telling you, I have caught gags in 30 foot out to 250 foot. And on that day that my wife and I used the spinning rods on the boat, the guys had live bait. They were in the back of the boat. They were better positioned. Me and my wife went to the front of his boat. She dropped down, I dropped down. I jigged twice and I was hooked up. She jigged twice, she was hooked up. We both had scamp on there. Big scamp, 7-8 pounds piece. We unhooked them, threw them back down there, and they're all like, what are you doing up there? I said, nothing, we're just catching fish. We dropped it down again. My wife and I ended up catching 17 scamps. Back to back to back to back to back. They all switching to steel jigs now, trying to find a jig in the boat, because I didn't bring that many with me to cover them. They're looking for theirs. They couldn't find them, and we put on a clinic. It's a quick. It also, another thing about a steel jig is you can pull up on a spot when you're checking your drift from where the boat's going to go, and you pull up to the spot and you get your drift. If you're drifting over your spot to get your drift, drop a steel jig down. You can catch a fish real quick to see if they're there, A, number 1. B, number 2, the bigger fish will hit the steel jig. If there's a big cobia down there, he's sitting there waiting, there's no anchor down there, they're not interrupted, it's boom, it's a bait, boom, they'll hit it, you've got him. You don't have to fight past anchor lines, or if you're using your trolling motor, you can just catch the fish, and it's not getting anybody's way, because they're fast, they get to the bottom quick, you can work them quick and get up and get it out of the way for when you do go to anchor. That's another thing I found about fishing with a steel jig. They have glow-in-the-dark steel jigs. Those work very well. If you can find the glow-in-the-dark ones, that's a very good color to use, because at those depths of 150 to 250 foot deep, that little bit of light on that jig helps that fish see that jig and makes him turn on to eat. You'll want to use fluorocarbon 80 pound to 200 pound on your steel jig, because of the fish you may encounter down there. They're very big. Like I said, a 50 to 200 pound rated jigging rod, like most of your Shimanos have, the type YJs, grapplers, those are real good jigging rods. And then I have a Speedmaster that I didn't bring in, and I've got 200 pound holocore on that. And I've got it's on a Plasma Star jigging rod that I've had for about 10 years, and it still works perfectly. That's a lightweight combo with all the power in the world to pull up any size fish. I haven't been beat on it. Biggest fish I've caught steel jigging is about 30 pounds on a grouper, 7-8 pound scamps. I've caught 60 pound AJs on there. I caught a shark one day on a steel jig in the mouth. I don't know why he did that, but he did it. I landed him, and caught a lot of big red snapper on there. I've caught almacos, lesser amberjacks. I even caught triggerfish one day on a steel jig. Not every fish eats a steel jig, but a lot of fish do. And if you want to catch a scamp, hands down, one of the most favorite baits down there for scamp is a steel jig. And if you use the little, where's my little guy at? Oh, I tied him on. This little one right here.
Where'd he go?
This one right here is a wonderful scamp tool in any depth of water. Really works out great.
So, John, we got a couple of comments here. It says you can restore old rusty jigs by soaking them in antifreeze and then just rinse them off. I didn't know that. I didn't know that antifreeze.
Antifreeze takes the rust off, I guess.
I guess
because it's anti-rust.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
Antifreeze will rust out a radiator. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an interesting concept. If anybody else knows or have heard of that, you can confirm that. But that's pretty cool. Brian has a question on grouper regulations. It doesn't have anything to do with the jigging, but he wants to know with the grouper regulations in state waters, is it going to be the same in federal? And I believe that is going to be the same across the board.
Yeah, I think that's going to be your only open grouper fishing. You're not going to be able to start state water fishing in June, I don't think. I think that they're counting the fish by the weight. So reporting the fish is only going to count probably from, September 1st through November 10th. And that's probably the state's going to follow federal rules, because I think that the way it was explained, that in order to get what we got, we had to give up the state rules to get the federal rules to get that long of a season. Otherwise, they would have cut it back to 12 days, 10 days. It wouldn't have been a very long season at all. Had they left it open in state waters, you wouldn't have gotten hardly any time at all. Hubbard's is very up to this. If you watch Hubbard's show that he's got, he talks in depth about it because he's actually on the board and he goes to those meetings. And then, of course, there's another group you can follow. If you follow this fishing thing, you can get on there and actually watch the meetings take place. It'll turn your stomach because you can tell that they're full of it. I can't stand to watch them. They're full of crap. I have no other words for these people because they literally they have no data.
Follow the science.
Yeah, the science that they have is flawed. They go to a boat ramp and they ask people how many fish they catch, and Billy Bob's got scalloping gear, and they go, "How many groupers catch today?" And Billy Bob goes, "None." And they go, "Okay, well, there's no grouper out there." It's like, well, Billy Bob was scalloping. Well, that don't matter. There's no grouper on there, and Billy Bob says no. So, when they asked Ricky Bobby how many fish he caught for the day, and he goes, 1 catfish, ain't no grouper out there, guys, because of Ricky Bobby. And that's just the way it is. You're not going to beat government. Government's going to beat you. And until you learn that one day, you may never understand. But, it is what it is. They're coming after every fish.
Well, there you go. Well, hopefully
it is what it is.
You guys learned a little bit of something about getting jiggy with it. I know, like I said, it's a topic John really, really likes, and I've seen John do it for long periods of time.
I don't wear out very easy, but when I do, I usually crash and burn.
When you crash, it's time
over.
to crash.
Yep, it's over when I crash and burn. Oh, man.
So good deal. All right, well, John, let's show everybody what they're going to win on tonight's little
So since
right
I was talking about jigging tonight, we're going to get you a nice diamond jig from Knothead Tackle. Is this part of the gig?
Yep.
All right, we're going to clean your junk up. We were talking about rust earlier with somebody. That gummit, here's some cleanse oil.
Right there.
Let's do it the right way and
Cove,
clean it up. And then let's make some vibration in the water with a Nomad Design Vertex. This lure right here catches a lot of fish. It's a very good design. It's a very good deal. It's awesome. How about some jigs? Got you 5 nice jigs here from Jim's Jigs. Our wonderful sponsors at Aquatic Nutrition with some bait maker chum so that you can do your sabiki rigs and throw your cast nets for some good old bait. How about this? Now look, this is amazing. You need to stop by Captain's Cove. You need to pick one of these up. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's very well made, and I don't care who you are, but this thing works. I showed my wife how to use it. She picked it up right away. You put your hand through the holder so you hold on to it and don't lose it. You get a hold of it, You grab your line here, you run it straight to the hook, and you go whip, and voila, the catfish is gone. Now, I don't catch catfish, but that's how you take them off. I had to show my wife how, because she was catching catfish.
You whip, and then nay?
Yes, you whip it, good. You whip it, good. Whip it, good. Nay, whip it, good. So, yes, this works. Whoever made this is a good little guy. It says flip them, don't rip them. This thing works, and it works handily, and nobody wants to be stung by catfish. So get down to Captain's Cove. They're only $12.99. It fits, it hangs right on your little thing where your rods are. You just grab it, put your hands through it, and you just run it straight down the line, get it on the hook, and go flip, and the fish is gone. It's that fast. It works. No problem. Treble hook or regular hook, it'll just go whoop. I've tried it with both. Works perfectly. Good little item. Another Salt Life 20% off code. And then, of course, a beautiful extra large Weeby Tailin from our guys at PM Properties Property
Nature
Management.
Coast PM.
Yep.
There you go.
That's a lot of stuff there tonight.
That's a big package.
Yeah, that's a package right there.
A big
Some
package.
goodies. Lures, all kinds of goodies.
Not like that guy holding that fish
We'll
out in
have
front of
some
him earlier.
B-52 bobbers to give away next week that Jim from Jim's Jig dropped off to me, so we'll have some cool things.
All right, John, so I am on the correct page.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha 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 ha.
You have synced our Wi-Fi right here. All right, so I've got 5 pieces of paper right here. So we're going to ask a question. I'm going to take the first 5 right answers that we see, and we'll put them in the bucket, do a drawing, and that will be tonight's winner. So we got 5 lucky folks going to have an opportunity to win tonight's big package. All right, John, are you ready for this?
Denise already beat me to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Well, that's our tailors.
Yep,
they
they're
know.
good.
They know.
They're good.
Denise is like, hurry the hell up. I want to go to bed.
Yes. Denise is like, that's it. I've drank my beer. I'm done with you guys.
All right. So tonight's question is extremely easy, especially if you were paying attention.
Easy.
So, what was the name of the FWC officer that spoke at the Blackwater Fishing Club on Thursday night? Again, easy peasy. What was the name of the FWC officer that spoke at the Blackwater Fishing Club on Thursday night?
Ooh, pick me. I know.
We mentioned the name.
We
earlier.
did?
Yep.
Oh.
And see,
They
it was
remember.
so easy. The names are coming up. I got Keith and Tyler.
Brian.
I got Brian. Yep.
Thomas. And Jessica.
And Jessica. What's the chances Jessica is gonna win? Somehow or another, she seems to be pretty lucky. All right, so we've got going in the box or in the bucket. We got Jessica, Thomas, Brian, and Tyler, and Keith. There we go. All right. So again, we were looking for Officer Fox. Fox was the correct answer. It looked like.
Jamie Fox.
You know,
Is that his name?
Nah, I don't think so.
James
or
Fox.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Ken Dog
But-
says James Fox.
but
That's his name, Jamie Fox.
We were just looking for Fox because that was what we mentioned.
These people know so much,
There
they
we
know
go.
the full name.
There we go.
It's Lieutenant Colonel Jamie Fox.
Yeah. All righty, John. So there we go.
I got one.
Just one, John.
I
Just
got one.
All right.
I know this feller.
Hey! Sorry, Jessica.
Tyler Jacoby.
There we go. Tyler Jacobs, congratulations. Way to be paying attention tonight. He was on Spotted by and won a prize package.
Oh, man, it's his lucky night. Sometimes it's just your night.
Wow. All right. So congratulations, guys, girls, tailors.
And the first person to congratulate him was Jessica.
Oh,
See, that's how nice our tailors are.
All right, John, are you ready for this?
I am.
Had a full-fledged episode. We got to watch our whale shark video again. If you like that and you think about it, please go share that video. Let's get it out there. Let's get some views up on that.
Some cool stuff.
Again, hit that old subscribe button. Ashley was our last one to subscribe. Let's see if we can get those numbers up as well. And with that, we'll see everybody next week. We Be Tailin' is brought to you by Shasty McNasty Fishing.
Nuh-uh, Captain's Cove Outfitters.
Knotty Tails.
Nuh-uh, Jim's Jigs.
Filletzall Blades.
Aquatic Nutrition.
Yeah, well, them too. Plash Lights.
Karrie's Custom Rods and Jigs.
There you go. Bonnie with State Farm.
Caddycan.
Native Nautical Mailboxes.
Yep, Soul Life.
There we go. All right, we'll see everybody next week. Be safe out there. Watch out for scallopers. Peace out.
Yeah, drive slow.